Stop. Stop scrolling. You're here. You're safe. You're in the right place. You're here for a reason, and there's a deeper meaning behind the struggles and things that you're having. So if you're struggling, stop and just tune in just for a minute. I'm going to teach you something really, really essential today that it took me a long time to learn. I'm a body whisperer. So are you struggling with either of these two traits? One, are you overeating? Are you trying to stuff down and feel more and more and more comfortable by the food that you're choosing to eat? What are your cravings? Is there something going on behind the scenes that has you just unable to stop eating altogether? There's secret eating going on. There's eating when you're alone. There's eating when you're in the car. There's just, you find that you're eating, but really you have to be honest with yourself and just kind of say, what is it that I'm eating? What is the pattern that's going on? Second trait, are you starving? Are you absolutely refusing to eat? Is it just like you don't eat at all? Again, this is just a behavioural pattern that comes along when you've been triggered, when something is going on in your life that you absolutely can't cope with. These are the two things that there is a deeper meaning behind. Sometimes you're starving all day long and your body just can't take it anymore, and then you binge and overeat at night time. You have to know the pattern for yourself. You have to know how to see it and how to feel it, and it's okay. You're safe. That's why I said stop. You're safe. Understanding the pattern of what you do and why you do it is going to unlock that whole need to be able to do it. You don't force these things away. It's just a very easy journey to understand what's going on. What's my pattern? But really, honesty has to come first. You really have to say, do you know what, it's kind of a bit crazy that I'm seeing myself doing this and doing this and doing this, but maybe you've not realised quite how often you do it. When somebody said to me, you know, you eat more than you need to, like, God, I hardly eat anything. I'm starving myself all the time. That was one of my traits. But because nobody saw me eating, I kind of thought I wasn't eating, and it was behind the cupboards. It was kind of clandestine. It was behind cloak and dagger, and I was kind of somehow getting more food in than I really, really needed. So there was starvation and there was overeating going. So that was the struggle. There's a struggle going on between you and your soul. There's a struggle that's going on, and she, your soul, wants you to see the pattern, because in the pattern you'll be able to decipher what's really going on. There's a deeper meaning to everything, and it's your soul who is housed in your gorgeous body who is making you feel so uncomfortable, or showing you how uncomfortable she is feeling when you're having upsets or rows, or in around certain people, or when they're feeling a victim, or when you're feeling a victim, and when you're feeling needy, or when you're feeling hurt, or when you're feeling sad. She is feeling this, and the only way that she can show you that it's time for you to sort of get past these particular cravings or starvation patterns is sometimes through food. And that's how she talks to, 80% of us women. She comes through our patterns in food. So today I'm asking you, just do one thing. Be completely and utterly honest and keep a record of your eating habits, your overeating or your under-eating, or when you think you're starving yourself, because it's a pattern. And unless we look at it, and unless we become aware of it and allow ourselves to see really what's going on, you'll just ignore it. The good thing of knowing is that you would have recognised your pattern. You would have seen what's happening when, and you'll see how much. And this is a really, really good thing. Be honest with yourself. Honour yourself. The bad thing of not knowing your pattern is if you don't do anything with it, if you don't look at your pattern, it's just going to continue, and you'll end up damaging your health and not only with your weight or certain symptoms, but it'll just go on and you'll damage yourself in other ways because your soul is trying to get through and she's saying, stop, listen to me. I have the solution for you. I'm Fiona Robertson and I am a body whisperer, and I can feel where and what is going on in your cravings, in your overeating, in your starvation, because that was one of my traits. And until I actually saw, I thought I was starving myself all the time and why wasn't I losing weight? But ultimately I was still over consuming certain items, even though they weren't very good for me. A lot of the time it was just complete junk. So when you're ready to resolve your pattern, first of all, have a look at your pattern. Be honest with yourself that you have a pattern. There is a deeper meaning behind all of your patterns. And it's so much easier to face your fears and look at your battles and change your perceptions when you have a friend on board. I will introduce you to your friend. You will have a friend for life. She's your best friend. She's always been there. She's always going to be there for you. She has your back. She is your soul, and you will have a name for her. And it is just the best feeling ever to know that you have your best friend with you. I introduced 2 more ladies to their best friend last week. Elaine, who was on a retreat, and another lady on a call with me. And their faces just change. It's like, oh, finally I know who I am, why I'm doing what I'm doing, and I now understand how I can see things from a different perspective. So I'm Fiona Robertson. I am a body whisperer. I'm telling you the good and the bad, telling you the light and the heavy, the happy and the sad, and helping you understand what's going on and the deeper meaning behind your patterns of eating or starvation. I hope this has been helpful. I hope you are willing to look at your patterns, and if you want any more information, I'm here most weeks. I run a YouTube channel just on these particular subjects about cravings, on about what your body's talking to you, how she's communicating with you, and it's so valuable to know who your best friend is and what she has to say to you. So I'm going to see you again in a week's time. I'm here on my groups sharing with you what my soul wants you to know about your body and your soul, so that you can live a fulfilled experience in your physical body. See you later.